Hi everyone, my name is Colina. Let's talk about props. Using props is a skill that online ESL teachers need to practice. What can be a prop? Well, there are many different kinds of props. Anything can be a prop. Digital props like ManyCam, using your mobile phone, drawings, flashcards, Realia, puppets. The key is to use your creativity. But today I want to go old school and focus on non-digital props. So here are some useful tips I hope you can use in your classroom. Number one useful tip. Sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money. You're just starting out teaching online and you need some flashcards. Well, go out and get yourself a box of printing paper, just normal white paper, and find the picture you want on your computer screen. Put the paper over the screen and trace. Trace the picture. Be careful though, don't press too hard on your screen. So you can go to a clip art page and find a lot of drawings that are simple. Here are a few of mine that I've used. The cool thing about paper props, what I like to do is when I'm teaching a particular word or phrase, I will also add a little flap to it here and assist the students with it, so I can keep my TTT down too. So I can use this and flip the flashcard here. They're not the most beautiful things in the world, but you know what? They work for me. And I can use them over and over again, and they don't take up a lot of space. So give that a try. Trace your props if you can't buy them. So, number two, use your props effectively. If you want to show a prop, don't put it in front of your face and speak. It's much, much better to put it on the side and close enough to your students. So, don't be just showing the prop to show the prop. For example, if you ask, "Do you like pizza?" It doesn't really assist you so much. Make it relevant for the student. What is it? That's right, it's a pizza. Do you like pizza? Yes, I like pizza. They get a kick out of that one. And number three, have the prop be relevant to what you're teaching. So I've got two props here that are about pizza. Here's a woman eating a pizza and an actual pizza. Now, if I'm teaching pizza or do you like pizza, I would probably use this prop instead of this one. So make sure the picture is relevant to what you're teaching. Here's another example. I've got two cars. One is a toy car, one is a real car. Make sure that you're using the right picture for the right vocabulary word. If you're talking about toys or toy cars, this is what you want, and cars, this is what you want. So make sure it's relevant to what you're teaching. All right, that was my very quick 3 steps to using props. There's more to come. So let's talk about challenges. I've had so many prop challenges whilst teaching that I'd like to discuss a couple of them with you. So the first challenge is just finding the prop during class. I usually prepare and I lay my props out on my desk before class or in between classes, so I'm not scrambling to find them or bending down and using precious teaching time to find a prop. So I set them out in order on my desk, in the order that I will use them. So let me show you a picture of what my desk looks like and how I organize my props, so you have a little bit of an idea. So here is my desk layout. I usually set things on the left or right of my working area, and there's also a place under my PC where I keep the things that I use a lot, like a microphone, or some colors or books or something, so I can grab them easily without looking down too much. So I've got some things on my left and right on my desk, and I also have a shelf on my left that I can grab some stuffed animals or flags or whatever. There's also my puppet that I can grab easily. But the one thing I found most helpful is this rolling wardrobe. That's how I organize my props. So it's easy to prepare and easy to grab also whilst teaching. Number 2, some of the challenges that teachers have found, including myself, is I don't have time to make props, to find props, to prepare props like Realia or flashcards. I don't want to spend the money. So what can you do? Now, it's important to have a variety of different kind of props in your classroom, flashcards and digital, ManyCam and Realia, so it makes your classroom more interesting. I don't happen to use ManyCam, but I sometimes use my phone as a prop. And by that, I mean I will search for a particular picture that I can't find or I can't draw, and I can quickly save the picture and actually use my phone as a flashcard. Be careful, though, that you're not finding your card during class, because you'll be looking down. Oh, I can't find it. And make sure that it's prepared beforehand so you're not looking down at your phone to find it. And when you're showing it, the glare can be a little bit tricky, so make sure you practice on where to angle your phone so it is the most effective for your students as well. I've been asked to answer a few questions about some common mistakes, common problems that some teachers have in the classroom regarding props. So let's answer them now. All right, the first question. I'm always getting marked down on my evaluations for not having enough props. I am just not into using props. I travel, I can't use digital props very well. Why should I use them if it isn't my thing? Well, I'll tell you. It is very important to have props, some visual aspect to our teaching. It is great for the student to remember some of the vocabulary and the words. 2, it helps lighten the classroom, especially for young learners. You need to have a lot of props. For the most part, children are visual learners, so if you take that into account and add your props to your classroom, you will see a huge difference within your teaching as well as the students' learning. So I definitely recommend using props, practice using them. For some teachers, including myself, it was a little awkward at first. I didn't know what to do, but once you get your footing, it'll be really beneficial for your teaching. So always have some props. All right, number 2. What are some props that BlingABC teachers need to have? So there are some requirements that BlingABC teachers need to have regarding props, especially for the young learners, the preschool program. You need to have the cocoa stickers. Those are the stickers that are happy, grumpy, sad. So look for those because you need them for some of the classes. That is a must. The next thing, if you're doing a phonics class, there are these letter boxes. So these, aren't they cute? So these letterbox here, the students actually have them too. And they're finger puppets, so they can put the letters on their fingers. I like using the popsicle sticks, so definitely get these for your classroom. And definitely be prepared with your other flashcards too. In the teacher's guide, we'll tell you which resources that you need to have that are requirements. So look for that in your teacher's guide. Number 3, what are the top 5 props you will need and how to use them? Okay, so 1, Realia. Have some Realia. If you're going to talk about a banana or an apple, look for a banana or apple. This is something that isn't so expensive, especially if you have them on hand. Food items, definitely. The next thing are letter cards. I showed you the letter bots, but you can also have letter cards. These have been very helpful for me. Not only do they have pictures, but they've got the letters. So if I want to teach a letter, I just cover up this bottom part, big A, little a, and it can help you spell words too. So definitely have some letter cards at your disposal. Another thing I use a lot, the microphone. So it helps students understand when you speak and they need to speak. Don't put it in front of your mouth. Another thing that is very, very helpful, a hand puppet. Now, some teachers will have their stuffed animals, which is also great, but having a puppet that moves its mouth is very helpful for the young learners. So definitely use that. And another thing that I've found helpful is having some kind of whiteboard or little chalkboard to demonstrate how to draw something, how to write something is definitely one of the top things to have. Let's take a look at the next one, number 4, how to manage all of your props. Well, if you don't have that many, putting the paper props of flashcards in a folder or a 3-ring binder. I happen to use this handy dandy little thing here. I love it. Isn't it great? So it's just a cheap shoe rack that I alphabetize my flashcards and the things that I draw. So even if I need something at the last moment, I can grab it and use it. So that's been very, very helpful. Okay, let's look at number 5, how to make easy props. So this is great. So let me show you something. I've got a packet of just regular printing paper, white paper, and I'll find a picture that I like, a clip art picture that's easy to draw, and I will put this over my screen and I will trace the picture. So I'm laughing because I can't draw, but it seems like, I can. So let me show you an example of one of my not so great drawings. So I have a little butterfly. They're not pretty, but they're useful. I've got things that are expensive. I just put these symbols expensive, so I can flap this down, expensive, and use that. That's not very nice, is it? So simple things that you can use for your classroom. Just draw draw, easy. And getting a ream of printing paper isn't very expensive, and you can use it for taking notes as well. So let's look at number 6. Number 6, the props are expensive. What should I do? Yes, they are very expensive. They can get expensive. But you know, if you're spending some money on getting some flashcards and you use them, then it is to your advantage. So definitely get yourself the top 5 flashcards or top 5 props and use them from there. So I hope this little Q&A was helpful for you.